Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This will be update number 6 in my coronavirus symptoms kind of series that I guess has turned into a series to update you if you feel like you have coronavirus symptoms, or you have friends or family members that are dealing with this, or you start to develop symptoms in the future. Maybe this will be helpful for you. So real quick, I want to update you guys on what happened last night. As always, as evening progresses, it got pretty bad last night. So a lot of tightening in the chest. I got shortness of breath. I started to get to the point where I got lightheaded and I had to sit down a few times. Not completely down. I didn't want to lay flat on my back, but I definitely had to find a comfortable position and get more air into my lungs. Started with the headache. I actually went into a little bit of a panic mode last night, which probably isn't good as your heart races and you use up more oxygen. But, you know, when you can't breathe, it's panic mode. So that happened last night, and I went into full force home remedy. I took a lot of hot liquids last night. Took the inhaler, got the promethazine cough syrup. I jumped in a hot steaming shower. And 2 hours later, I felt like I was a human being again. I felt just like myself, as if nothing was going on and I wasn't sick. So I thought that maybe I had kicked this thing, very hopeful. Then about 4 o'clock in the morning when I woke up, my throat was on fire again. So I've been coughing all day, very dry cough. And I have not had a very dry cough like this since a week ago, exactly. So it kind of feels like I'm back to last Monday. I'm a little worried about it, about falling back into it. I've heard anecdotal evidence that other people have come out of it and they said they felt great, and then they slip right back into it. So other than the dry cough I have been experiencing, I have felt pretty good today. Maybe a little bit of a sore throat, but I felt pretty good today. And being able to breathe is definitely a win. So I don't know whether it's because of the medication, all the prayers that are being out there forwarded, or this thing running its course, or all three. All right. But right now I feel great, and I'm going to take that as a win. So because of the cough I've been experiencing today, I got on the phone with my primary care provider after my governor gave a speech today that said Maryland Department of Motor Vehicles has set up mobile testing sites. I immediately got on the phone with my primary care provider. My primary care provider said she had not heard that Maryland was setting up these testing sites. And I told her that he said that all you need is a prescription and an appointment to go over there and be tested at these mobile sites. So because she had not received guidance, she wrote me a prescription via telemedicine. All this was done over the phone. So she wrote me a prescription via telemedicine. I called 211 because she said she didn't know how to set up an appointment at these sites, and she didn't know where the sites were at, but she would give me the prescription anyway. I called 211, which is what the governor said to do. 211 is an automated COVID response line that tells you to call 911 or call your primary care physician. From there, I called the Anne Arundel County Department of Health. The Department of Health then sent me over to a COVID line for these mobile testing sites. The mobile testing site said that we need a prescription, and we don't see one in the system. And I told him my primary care physician did not know what system are we supposed to put this in, because I have it on my phone right here that I could show you. And he said it needs to be entered into the CRISP system. He says it needs to be entered into the CRISP system. I said, okay. So I called my primary care physician back, and I said that these need to be entered into the CRISP system. And she said, oh, okay, well, I don't have that set up. I need to set it up. She then called me back and said that she doesn't have direct access to that, and that's generally something that's done through the hospitals. I don't know. This is, she said she would call me back tomorrow once she has this thing figured out. I called back to the hotline. The hotline says that we close testing at 2:00 p.m. We only test every other day. So I don't know what we're supposed to do here. I don't know. You would figure if this was a national crisis that we would not have to wait a day and a half or 2 days in between testing, and that this would be something that the governor would communicate through the health systems and get out there to the doctors before he would announce something like this. But, this is what it's like being on the forefront of this. So I guess we'll have to wait 2 days just to get tested. Talking a little bit more to my primary care physician, she was saying that you might as well as just say you have it at this point. I still have burning in my lungs. And she said the burning in your lungs is going to probably last for about another 2 weeks. And that even if you get tested, there's nothing that she can do for me. So she said, whatever I'm doing at home, keep on doing it. So understand that. Again, I know I've said that continuously throughout these videos, but you need to understand that if you catch this, there is nothing that they can do for you. Okay? There's no treatment for this. There's no cure for it. You chase symptoms by the hour, and you're going to have headaches and you're going to have nausea, but you are just chasing symptoms and trying to knock things down. She also gave me some advice about the inhaler. Because it's a steroid, there's some concern that steroids will hamper your immune system. So I have been using that very, very sparingly when I feel like I cannot breathe or I'm about to pass out. So, avoiding going to the hospital is something that I'm trying to do at all costs, because once you go into the hospital, you lose contact with everybody. So I don't want to do that, and being that there's nothing that they can do for me right now, I am more concerned about getting a test so that once I beat this thing, I may be able to donate plasma or blood to assist somebody else. So I think it's important to know whether you have this or not, because you may be part of the solution later on. Okay. But again, right now I feel great. I can breathe. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your support. I am praying that this thing continues to go in this direction, that this cough goes away, that this burning goes away, and that we don't backslide. But I'm going to continue to keep up with all the prescriptions, all the home remedies, and not let up on it. So maybe a little bit of hope out there. Hope out there for you guys that are dealing with this, all right? Don't give up on the home remedies. Lots of lemon and lots of hot water. Okay, lots of citrus and vitamin C. So gives you a lot of energy to fight through the night. So thanks for keeping up with me. Once I'm able to get through this whole testing procedure and I got it worked out, I will tell you guys exactly how to do it. Okay. Right now, I feel like we're the guinea pigs in this. So we're working out the system, and once we get the system worked out, I will share it with you. Other than that, stay inside, stay healthy. I appreciate you guys, all the support that I'm getting from all over. I truly do. All right. I'll talk to you later.